Oh, wow, that was a really good opening too. And then
Still there.
none of it. I hit the button now, and so now we're live. We probably lost our whole thing, our whole crowd, because Craig was
No, it
probably
still
waiting.
says minute 57 seconds, so we'll have to check after.
No, it doesn't. It's like a preview thing. I looked last week. We had the same similar discussion. I think on Saturday, and where we went live in preview, and then we went live for real, and there was no preview live in the video that came out in post production.
Brain cells.
But we'll know for sure now, because we have quite a few minutes of preview footage that will no longer
I did.
not be
I
seen
did say
anymore.
that we were in preview earlier, but I thought you were looking while we were talking, so
No, no, I
I'll just
missed
be
it.
better about stopping you. Like, excuse me,
Hey,
sir.
hey, talk, man.
Yeah. Less talking, more playing.
More playing, more button pushing, more living. Uh,
More living.
so, in case that the preview intro didn't work out, good morning. We didn't decide, so even in the end of the preview, we didn't decide if we were pretenders, if we're addressing the community as pretenders. So, what's going on? You decide.
Um, I would like to address the community as pretenders, and
So,
they
they're
can
the
be.
pretenders. And like you
Would
said,
we
we're
be
also
pretendees? I don't know.
pretendees. The pretendees. That's funny. So, good morning, pretenders. See, that's what I was trying to get to. Right? Doesn't that sound cool? Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
now we
do.
sound
I
like the
do like
kids.
that. All right, fine, you win. The audience can be the pretenders. We can be, um,
We're the
in,
pretending
incognito.
instructors. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, who knows? This is getting complicated. It's too much. Too
It is.
much.
It's a lot for the morning.
So, good morning, pretenders.
Good morning, pretenders.
Good morning, Darcy.
Good morning, Jeff.
Yeah, no video. Video's for Saturday. I'll just save it for that. Today's the raw morning footage.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like I need to make another video.
Crusty eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Like crawling out of bed.
Yeah, I this morning I got Rick's lunch made and I took the dogs out and I sat on the couch and I was gonna watch a Batman cartoon movie. And I was like, oh no, we got a show. Like I had my coffee poured and everything. I told Rick, I was like, oh crap, I gotta hurry up. I mean, it was only five o'clock, but yeah, that was
so
pretty.
so yeah, that this is where I wish that I had a team of creatives. Like it would be a team of
Stuck with me.
programmers. Huh?
I said I know, and you're stuck with me.
No, not with you, because you're also creative. Because we probably wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be doing this thing if we weren't both wasting our time at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? If we weren't, if there wasn't a creative side to both of us, right? I
For
would
sure.
say. But I'm talking about real creative people, not us pretenders.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that can make stuff happen. And are we a cussy group? I don't know. Is it better to filter or is it not? We got to think about that too.
Yeah.
Professionally, yes, probably, but I don't know. Reality, no. At least for me,
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately.
what happens with our episodes? Do they get held back, or do they just get
I
like
don't
an R
know, because
rating?
other people do it, but they're famous, so they
Yeah.
can do it. I don't know, but back to the creative thing. I was thinking, so you're over watching Batman. So we got like your little flip book thing that you do for our other video, right?
Hmm.
So there's like a cut over, and they see you. You're getting your coffee, and of course this is fast, so it's not like it's 10 minutes, right? So you get in your coffee, you go sit down at the couch, you turn on some Batman, and I'm thinking of it all like pencil drawn, right?
Huh?
So there's like, and there could be color, and so then, and then there's the light bulb, like oh, and then there's the flip over to the meanwhile, and I'm sleeping, and then the alarm goes off, and I snooze it like once, and then I have the same. Oh, and then you're scrambling, and I'm scrambling, like grabbing all these papers and everything laying around the room, because like that'd be like the only way to. I guess when you got the full control of the thing, because I'm thinking old school stuff like papers. Okay, so then I'd hop on the computer and I'd be pulling up all these search bars and stuff, like, and like assembling the show. And you're kind of like getting around and everything, and you get like the dogs pulling on your leg and stuff like that, trying to like stop you from getting to the computer. And then like Rick's like giving you kisses and stuff like that, and then we both get to the computer and it's like 6:01 and we're like, oh, and then we start the show.
And then we start the show and preview.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then we start the show and preview. Okay. No. We get there at 5:59, and even though I think we didn't start till 6:02, but yeah, we get there at 5:59 and then we do like 3 minutes in preview. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like that idea. It sounds like a lot, but
it is. It is. Like It'd be like a 15-second video, really. Yep. But it takes a lot to make something even short like that. Maybe 20-second video, but it'd be funny. It'd be a funny intro. It'd be like a sitcom intro. You know how they got like.
Yeah. You're like scarfing down cereal and.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No. That's awesome. I do like it. For some reason, when you said sitcom, that was like the first thing that popped in my head. Like, that feels like it was something in a sitcom. Like trying to eat cereal really fast. Like, oh, I'm late. Gotta get my breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think a lot of that was something that I don't see much. To me, I don't see the good intros like we used to. I don't know. They were so cheesy, but I guess maybe it's more nostalgia and it's just different because I don't know. I thought they put a lot more effort into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's because everyone you can skip them now. Like you only have to watch it the first time, and then after that, it's like skip intro. Yes.
That is a good point. Yes. That's a very good point, because I was just like, yeah, I do watch it. I give it to him the first time. Like, I'll watch it, because maybe you don't get to skip, but if I don't remember it, I'll watch it too. I'll be like, what was that intro again? And then I'll rewatch it.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't even. I'm just trying to think of the ones on network TV, even. Like, I guess Magnum PI is alright. I like his intro. NCIS, it's too dramatic. I'm trying to think of the comedies more. But I don't know. I don't watch tons of network TV, but I don't know. Let's get on with the show.
All right, let's.
Oh, what? So, today, things are looking up. We're at 1.3. I think 2 weeks ago, and whenever we tried to do a show last week, bad things happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a sad
misery. Let's see where we got to come down a little bit. 1 month. Yeah, there we go. So this was, what date is that? 22/6/1. Oh, is that today?
No, that's today.
Nah, man, this stupid chart. I think this chart kind of stinks. Because how could that? We had a bottom drop all of a sudden, and then it just came back up. I guess that's okay, but I don't see that anywhere else. I guess I see one right there. But so yeah, here we've been down at 1.2, just a little bit under 1.2. So not too bad. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I said there's a 7-day Zoom also.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, something weird. Sometimes these are like weird in their reporting. I've noticed that, like, you have a glitch in the data feed, but something happened right there. Somebody basically somebody sold and then somebody had a trigger to buy. So it could have been like a transfer between one type, a large amount between one to another. If we go in,
And we just exposed it. Oh, jeez.
no, there's actually people that track it. It's really crazy. Let's see. We've never looked at that. We can take a minute to do that. Because our next probably like 50 episodes are going to be, I don't know if they're going to be interesting, but they're going to be informative.
You should.
I'm really selling it, huh?
You totally are.
That's why they don't put me in
You may not
pre-sales.
like it, but it's something.
You may not like it, but it's something. Wow, we're on a roll today.
Yeah, we are.
So, these are just showing the wallets. Maybe this one's it. Yeah. You can find, the top addresses. So people do track when there's shifts between these different addresses. You can go in and you can look at them closer. This is a horrible. We'll look at it somewhere else here, but you can click on them and you can see all their transactions because it is a public blockchain. There's something called Etherscan that does it for Ethereum. Let's see, maybe that's it. Maybe it's not. Maybe people do it more on Bitcoin or on Ethereum. Back one more. Yeah, it's just that. I'm not gonna waste too much time on it. We'll find it for another episode where it has. Is this it? Nope. Just more markets. Yep. Okay. So back to this. So things are looking a little bit up. It's not too bad. It's always a good thing when they go up, but it doesn't really matter. We're more interested in what we can do with blockchain. Yay, fun. Woo woo. What can we do with it in business? What do you think, Darcy? Do you have any ideas?
I think we can do it with lots of things in business.
What have we talked about so far?
Using it to keep track of goods, perishable goods.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about it, well, mostly with that, like wine, and I think crops was a main one that you and I have talked about, or that you've talked about with me. I mostly listened.
Yep. Actually, I think you just covered all our topics. And you're missing one, the one we probably talked about the most.
Uh-oh.
Has to do with one of our other favorite topics.
Ice cream?
Ice cream. Well, that is good.
I don't know if we've ever talked about it.
NFTs, art,
Yeah.
music,
Yep.
royalties.
Oh yeah. Yep. We talk about it like that all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like our most talked
Well,
about thing.
to be completely honest, I mean, I understand how we use it with NFTs, but I don't understand how a business could use it for NFTs other than, to keep track of their assets. But
Well, let's see if one of these wonderful rushed clicky things that we are going to cover in the next 40 minutes. No,
yeah.
I'm just joking. We think about this all the time. So we have, I usually roll it back up. Supply chain, right? The big buzzword. So that would be tracking your goods.
Yep.
We'll get into agriculture specifically. So that'll be its own topic. But blockchain for the supply chain. I meant to start with supply chain. What is it? So first they always go on to explain. We're going to see this. How does blockchain work? We'll kind of talk about it because it'll keep reinforcing it. Request for a new transaction. Authentication is made. Transaction is sent to all the computers making up the blockchain network. These computers validate the transaction by solving complex equations. I don't know if that's always true, but yes. Once validated, the transaction is added to the block with other transactions. The block is added to the chain, and you're done. Cool?
Cool. Did we make this a little bit bigger?
Yes.
Thank you. Excellent.
There we go, down one. It won't fit. There we go. Oh, well, gotta take off this cookies thing. So, now that we know what the blockchain is, what is the supply chain? Practically every product that reaches an end user represents the cumulative effort of many organizations and stakeholders. They are referred to collectively as the supply chain. Anything you want to add?
Nope, that feels right to me.
Organizations within a supply chain are linked through physical and information flows. Physical flows involve the transformation, movement, and storage of goods and materials. Right?
Yep.
So we deal with that all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's well, we deal with both sides technically, right? But the physical flow of goods through an ERP system, for instance. As you manufacture it.
Yep.
As you purchase the raw goods, really, if you go that far. Or if you purchase other goods and just resell them. Or if you purchase goods and combine them. Or if you offer, that'd be a little different if you offer services. All right, I was thinking just because you would be, I guess the raw goods would just be people's hours, but I was just like food. So then the energy for the people, I was just being extra silly, just being when I thought of that for a second. Yeah. So the information flows involve coordination between partners to control the day-to-day flow of goods and materials up and down the supply chain, as it involves long-term planning, right? You need to know if your components are coming in before you can build your thingy-majig and commit that thingy-majig to some other customer, right?
Yep.
Because your customer could be a person that's actually going to use the product, or maybe it's another person in the supply chain, and they're just going to use it in their product. A few different things could be going on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's always scary when I mute to burp or sneeze or cough, any of that, because the way my mic's positioned, I don't see it red, so I always lean back and double check. It just seems like an unnecessary extra step, but necessary. Awesome. I need one of those on-air buttons or a mute button up on the screen. So if we look at the pretty picture, we like pictures, right?
Pictures are helpful.
So here's the top goods of the physical products, all the way down to, oh no, that kind of looks like you, Darcy.
It does.
And then
my head is oval for sure.
Huh? Your head is oval.
And I have shoulders.
Yeah. You have a face shape, and you have shoulders, and you have a neck. Not a very big one in the picture, but.
No,
But it could be hidden by your extra large chin from your oval head. Yeah. Yep. And then the information flow, back this way, and you got purchasing and supply management, physical distribution management, logistics, materials management, and then the overall supply chain management. Cool.
A lot of moving parts, for sure.
And it's funny that we code it just like it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sales orders, purchase orders. Oh, you want to do EDI? Oh, no big deal. Oh, yeah, that's the same as everybody else. Yep, I
Yeah.
get it. I mean, it's literally the same. That's what's so funny because it's just a different name on the column header, but in reality, it's almost even the same piece of information. You know, the code value in our world code. Because I don't think trying to think, is there specialized text as a data type? I don't think anybody has. I'd have to look at data types in languages. I don't think nobody has the concept of a code enforced data type like we do in Business Central, in AL, right?
I don't
Because
either.
it's a string that has to be capital
Hmm.
and can't have some special characters.
Yep. Can it have any? I thought it can't have any.
Well, I mean, I consider a dash and an underscore special, but I don't know if those are really special, right? And a space. I consider those all special, and you can have spaces in it too.
That's a tough code.
A code with a space in it.
A space.
Yeah, I thought you could have a space right in the middle, not in the
Uh,
front or the
yeah,
end,
yeah, because I think
or in the front, not at the end. It'll automatically cut it off. It's at the end.
yeah, no, I think because in I think the company code is or the company is a code, and I think
Mm.
it's the name, and then you also have the description name. That's I'm not sure. So
I don't
yeah,
know
it's
where we're at. What were we saying? I totally got lost track.
supply chain is a lot of moving parts.
We got to go review how we got
My
off
eyes
track
are
on
getting all
data
wonky.
types. Oh my gosh. All right. So, yep, lots of moving parts. We program it all the time. Supply chain challenges. Lack of supply chain transparency is one of the greatest challenges. I would say I see this as true.
Yep.
They in our forecasting, like in your planning sheets and stuff, uh not getting your supplies in time to build your product, even though somebody's telling you it's coming, is not helpful.
Yeah. No, and it's yeah, because you don't necessarily want to order a bunch ahead of time because you don't know, you don't want to be sitting on a bunch of product and you don't want it. Yeah, so timing is very important.
So if you could see in the chain, because I mean, really, what we're doing here is linking a database to lots of different parties, right? Back to our shared ledger. So it's just a posting record. But I was thinking about that. It it really is almost just a database. You could do some pretty interesting things. I was thinking, but it's a shared ledger, right? And so if you knew, if you're not the very start, so if you're not digging the raw materials out of the ground, right? I guess that would be there's nobody before you. And even then, you would have to get people, right? Is it always just a circle? I wonder who's the very beginning, right? The very beginning. Because, okay, to get the raw materials as a company, you got to have people to go out there. And maybe you're not the company that actually gets it, or you are. And then if you can't, I guess if you're the company that gets it and you're not hiring somebody, then you're the very beginning. But, um, so if you're somewhere in the supply chain, assuming you're not the beginning, you'd want to know if the people got the stuff out of the ground. You'd want to know when they made it because you'd want to know when it got on the truck. You'd want to know all that. And if everybody's communicating through the same database that isn't really um, on their network, I mean, we're kind of blurring the lines between a public and a private blockchain, but um, this allows that. So then when you're promising things out, you know you're not in bad faith promising things that for sure can't happen, right? If they haven't even made the components yet and you're not going to make your thing tomorrow, you're not going to get it, even though they're telling you you're getting it tonight, whatever.
Yeah.
So why do I always go so soon? Because is that our world? It's like, oh, they always want it like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really, it could be like a week away.
Why wasn't it like this already? That's my favorite. That happened to me yesterday. There's this new thing that's not working.
Why wasn't it like this already?
I'm like,
why doesn't the
have you
system
been
do
doing that?
this?
Oh, we've never seen this before. Well, that's our problem. This is new.
So knowing at the very beginning when stuff's coming would be helpful. That makes it transparent. So that gives visibility, accurately identifying and collecting data from all links in the supply chain, right? And communicating this information internally and externally at the appropriate level of detail. To determine the right level of supply chain transparency, organizations should consider their industry's relevant regulations, their code of ethics, suppliers, customers, historical supply chain issues, and acceptable levels of risk. Yeah. So that was a lot. Basically, this right here says to me, if you pull back the curtain, be prepared.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That, to me, is what they're saying, right? Because it is horribly inefficient supply chain. And everybody in business, I think, knows this. There is, there's the credit side of it, where people don't actually have the money. Businesses don't have the money to be doing what they say they can do. You got the supply part of it, where the goods and stuff is not goods and materials. I was going to say goods and services, but the goods and materials aren't actually there or available, and they're still being promised out, or there's damage to them, and you don't know what happened to it. How it happened, if you're getting it back. So then, validating returns. When you would put that on a public blockchain, say you did everything on the public blockchain, then you would open yourself up to possibly litigation, because of certain things that you say or don't do. And then definitely perception of how you operate your business. Just quite a few things. I don't know. I can think of a few things. If I should make a list. Because I've thought about this before. That's why they do private blockchains or hybrids, where you expose some level of the information and keep other parts of it private. So I'd say a hybrid's going to be the most likely scenario in almost all cases.
Yep.
Do we want to take our 5-minute break?
Yeah, let's do it. I could use some more coffee.
Cool. All right. We'll be back.
Yep.
You know, it'd be cool if I could draw on your face. Like, I could put like a little mustache on you while you're just sitting there. I have to figure that out, how to draw on the screen. Let's see. Yeah, I think a search history is always dangerous. I don't hear you.
I thought I unmuted myself. I was just
No.
saying that I just noticed that the recycling hasn't been picked up yet. So at some point, we'll probably hear. I'll have to mute myself because the recycling truck makes the dog bark.
So I was saying it'd be cool if I get back early sometimes and your guys just sitting there. If I could draw like a mustache on you and stuff like that, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be awesome.
Like do circles around your eyes like in the old days. I don't know if anybody's ever really done that. That wasn't things. Oh, go ahead.
Now I want to put a mustache on my face.
Now you're like, I want a mustache. I want to see, but it wouldn't move. That'd be the best part. It would be like on glass. So then when you came back and you turned, it would your face would still just be there, the black face. Oh, I guess that's bad. No, not that. I didn't mean that kind of black face. I guess the drawing face. So.
Yeah, I put a mustache on my face and that won't go away.
So how does the blockchain provide supply chain solutions? We don't know. Now it just can trace the history of a product right from the point of origin to where it currently sits. It can reduce time delays, cost, human error. Can track payment, all types of transaction. Tamper-proof audit trail. Companies can synchronize logistics data, track shipments, and automate payments. Moreover, they can do so without significantly altering their legacy systems while sharing the most relevant data. Yeah, I already know how I'd integrate blockchain. I mean, not like how for like line by line of code, but that's what it's going to be, API type stuff, because not everybody will be upgrading their ERP systems, right? Yeah. But they'll still want to interact with the blockchain. Mm-hmm. So a lot of integration, middleware, a lot of things in the middle. Learn your OData. Well, I guess your REST commands, right? Efficiency, transparency. Here's some use cases. Project Proton. A blockchain pilot implemented by PepsiCo automates the elements of the company's programmatic ad supply chain through smart contracts. The project uses these contracts to reconcile ad impressions from numerous data sources, facilitating payments through digital tokens in real time, result in
that's a huge increase. Wow.
Yeah, 30%, 28% increase in efficiency. But oh my gosh, that makes a lot. That's pretty cool. I wonder how they redeem them. So then you can just go turn them in. So then you get payment. If the system automatically pays you, then you just turn them in. Or do you use the tokens for something else? I wonder what you could use tokens for. All right. So what they're doing is they're just collecting the data, paying the people that they owe money to, or getting money, depending, because I guess they're doing ads, so in PepsiCo's, they're probably paying people. And they're paying them in digital tokens. So you get paid more by more traffic that you drive, right? Mm-hmm. So they're collecting that information and saying, okay, this marketing company or this ad whoever they got to pay, because they're advertising all over the place, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And so you would have to track that down, and you would have to get all that. And so they're doing all that through their blockchain, Project Proton. And then they're paying people through it also in a token, in digital tokens, and basically cryptocurrency, which can be redeemed. I mean, it's irrelevant to the people getting it, I'm sure, because it's not like it's like $1 today and 10 cents tomorrow. It's probably a private token, right? You can just go redeem it from their ACH department, right? Something to that effect. I got 30 tokens here, give me my money. And so, but it's just automating that whole process, because then now you don't have to go track all that down. Now you're not burdening people to do all that. It just automatically happens and it pays out. Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Australian car manufacturer Tomcar uses Bitcoin to pay some of its suppliers and accepts the cryptocurrency for payment from 3 clients. This process eliminates the need for international payment fees. Oh, that's nice.
Nice workaround.
Uh-huh. Food industry. Having solid records to trace products to their source is becoming non-negotiable. For example, Walmart uses IBM's blockchain-based food trust to keep track of their products along every step of the chain. Nestle, Tyson, and Raw Seafoods, among others, also use food trust for this purpose. Yep, they're using the Internet of Things to collect data from that, and then they are putting that on the blockchain to validate that trucks are maintaining temperature, that stuff's not spoiling, damaged goods, all of it. Yeah, where it's sourced from. Minting giant BHP is digitizing its operations through the blockchain, using technology to verify its suppliers and ensuring environmental, social, and governance requirements are met along the supply chain. Last year, the company completed its first blockchain ore trade worth around 14 million with China somebody steal. The trade was facilitated via MineHub platform. So just basically looks like payments, verified suppliers, ensuring. Oh, okay. So then, yeah, they probably got a. Okay, never mind. I misread that. Not like spoke it, but understood it. So they're using it to make sure they've met all like the local permits and requirements and I guess social, that everybody voted for it correctly, which would be cool. So you integrate a voting like blockchain.
Real mining, like for minerals and
such. Yep.
Because then, yeah, I mean, it's pretty big to be able to say that your product is,
socially accepted in the area.
Yeah.
That would be cool, right?
I don't know what it's called. I think I've done this before. It's not like something free. It's not crisis free. It's anyway, yeah. I'll look it up and see what I'm talking about.
So
I'll look up and see what I'm talking about.
And you can integrate multiple blockchains, right? So you could pull information from one blockchain and put it on another, so you could, read the on-chain analytics. So if you implement, let's say you implement Vitalik, I believe is how you say his name, the founder of Ethereum's idea, where you have, well, not his idea, but an idea that he promotes. I don't know if it's his idea, and it might be his name of the coin, but a soul token, right? So something bound to the person, and just like a driver's license, an ID, any form of ID. But you could use your soul token, which I don't know if you would have to know who you are, so that would have to be known. So where you live would be an interesting thing. But that would allow you to vote, and then using the voting system on the blockchain utilizing some unique identifier, that would eliminate, well, probably not eliminate, but probably help cut down until people figured out ways around it, fake voting. Then they could use that voting in the area to make sure that the local community had the, that really voted for that, and then integrate that part of the blockchain in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and also maybe eliminate issues where people aren't allowed to vote for, whatever reason that they turn people away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Conflict free.
But they would probably just block like your wallet address or something from being able to be added to the blockchain. Like that's why, I mean, it's just gonna be different day, same problems, right? If they want to stop people, no, they'll just like stop them from actually getting to the computer or whatever. But it'd be on your phone or something. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it looks like a lot of the same. Automating transactions, just a lot of the automation. It's really just fancy EDI.
Mm-hmm.
Electronic data interchange, for those that may not know. Oh, here you go. This is what you were talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. De Beers uses blockchain technology to track stones from where they're mined right up to when they're sold to customers. The technology ensures the company avoids conflict or blood diamonds and reassures their customers that they buy the real deal, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is. It's huge.
So there you go. Supply chain. We had more supply chain links. I'll include them. Just talking about people that have done it. FedEx has integrated blockchain in its chain of custody to improve traceability and provide a trustworthy record, helping to address their customers' disputes. Yep, returns, stuff like that. De Beers, we just talked about them. Walmart, we talk about them. And that's where I like the projects that these people are using. So like Walmart of China uses VeChain. That's why it's really important to understand what the different tokens do on the public blockchains and see if any of the big names are using them. Because I would say those are going to have, knowing how people don't like changing software, and then definitely how a big company would not want to change software, I would think that they're not going to change to another blockchain quickly, right? And the more people more of their partners they bring onto that blockchain, just means that other partners will keep being added because of, their suppliers will require it. So really important. Maybe we can make a list of big name people on different blockchains and see where everybody's kind of at for the public ones. They build their own private ones. But
yeah, let's do it. Make a list.
A list. Can we do like a presentation and have like
in PowerPoint?
And PowerPoints, yeah.
I hope so.
Woo, big. Real life uses. See, same names. We just saw these. So either people are recycling the records, or there's only like 4 companies doing it. Distributed ledger versus traditional databases. Right?
Yep.
This is important. Each node has its own copy. This is kind of important to think of. Who maintains this? Who pays for this? Where does this sit? And if you have, say this top supplier is the one that supplies it in a traditional database, right? And they go out of business. Now these 3 people are kind of high and dry, right? They have to figure out what to do. But when you're running the blockchain on your own stuff, if one node goes away, it doesn't really affect it. It might affect its consensus model because you got to have a majority. If you got down to 2 nodes, that'd be interesting. But you continue to operate and you can scale a lot easier and better. This just, I mean, scaling here, this is the scaling model, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like these are little databases. This is full copies. Full copies. All right. Re-engineering the media value chain. This is how the music industry, I believe, can get helped by blockchain. Let's do this. Is this gonna work? Yep, that works. We're gonna skip because we're pros at this now. We don't need to talk about the beginner stuff. Every set of data has owner trust in the data, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if they go into anything specific. In the media and entertainment industry, the ability to share a single immutable set of records can be transformed into a wide range of contexts, from the content distribution to advertising. Yeah, just like what we saw in the previous article about collecting up ad revenue, right, for PepsiCo.
Yep.
Or ad costs. Greater transparency, more accurate payments, more detailed understanding of audiences for specific content, and more effective targeting of advertising are just some of the potential benefits. But for media businesses to take advantage, they'll need to understand how technology works and its implications for every, and they call it a value chain, not a supply chain. So in this really hard to read blue font, utilizing data, allowing multiple parties to work together in a value chain, value transfer, origins and current uses of blockchain. The company Ripple provides global financial settlement. They like Ripple. Supply chain, we just talked about that. Could be a game changer here. I was just trying to make sure I don't miss anything at the beginning. Sure. Yeah, okay, here we go. Digital rights management. Blockchain networks can connect participants throughout the media supply chain, which can solve many of the challenges inherent to digital rights. Well, we're going to spend our last 7 minutes on this, and then we're going to pick up where we left off last time. Digital rights management. What does this mean to you? Please talk while I go find something.
About digital rights management?
Oh, yeah. Just talk about what digital rights in media, specifically to music, art, stuff like that.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say, but I think there's always been a huge issue with...
What is digital rights? Start out there. What is... define that.
It's a right to your digital asset, I'm assuming. So
Yep. Continue. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. Just thinking of like artists or musicians putting their music out. And what was it, Napster? That was a huge one, where you could download it for free, and a lot of artists were losing money. That was a big thing back in the day. But I mean, I think it's even more like you can't get away from it now.
And you could, in a way, maybe put out a song to where anybody could, you have it online, post it online, and of course you can copy it and download it, but to make easier access for people that purchase it, think of like the streaming platforms that they currently have, right? You pay your account, or you buy your song for 99 cents, right? I don't think anybody buys songs anymore. It's more part of being a subscription, but I mean, maybe somebody does buy a song. Because you don't even need to download. You just pay for your music subscription. You get a variety of the music you like. You can pretty much fine tune it any way you want. You can make playlists. So, but say you're purchasing a song, you could have now that you have that digital license, you could gain access without, they could just put it up on an, let's make it simple, an SFTP, a site, host it somewhere. And then since you have that certificate, then you're allowed to access it. Might help in management. But I don't know how it's really going to stop down on piracy for specifically movie, but it'll show who owns things. And for instance, Seth Green's learning all about this. He recently, here's my tab, got his Bored Ape stolen. And now he can't make his show. And you might ask, why is that? Well, Green has been working on a new show called The White Horse Tavern, which features a number of different characters from various NFT collections. But the show revolves around one main NFT piece, Green's Bored Ape Yacht Club 8398, which he had named Fred Simeon. As Sarah Emerson of BuzzFeed News reports, Seth Green may no longer own the rights. Really? Right there as I'm reading?
Wranglers.
Yeah. May no longer own the rights to the Bored Ape NFT, meaning he does not have permission to use the character in the animated series it was set to star in. Isn't that interesting?
That's really interesting and awful.
Is this an ad? Nope, there it is. It's the intro. No, we can't hear it, unfortunately, people.
Hey, Gary. How are you?
I'm just saying, that's a big part, maybe tonight.
You can kind of hear it every once in a while. But
I was trying to hold my mic by it, but we still got to work on that. We got to get our video feed audios in. But you can see there's cartoon characters, NFTs. These are all NFTs in his real life show. So he's mixing real life and then fake life. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I like it.
But now that he doesn't own it, he doesn't own it. And days before he's set to make the world debut, he got kidnapped. So he can tell where it went, and he's trying to track down the people to either give it back or whatever. But he fell victim to a phishing scam and unfortunately got it taken from him. And he paid $200K for it.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much it'll be now to get it back.
It doesn't matter because it says the current owner, according to BuzzFeed, has no plans to give it back.
Really?
Oh, because the collector paid $200K for it.
Oh.
So somebody paid $200,000 for it. That's interesting. So, yeah, the person might have to give it back. It's probably going to go to court and be an early case on this. Mm-hmm. So, if you can prove that it was legitimately stolen, I think pretty much most countries, like, you can go to court and get your stolen property back. You're not allowed to receive stolen property. Yep. Right? I mean, that makes sense. To me, that's kind of like the basis of a society, right? If we don't have that rule in place, you shouldn't steal, but even if you do steal, and unfortunately, I would say it's always on the person that buys it you know, it's unfortunate for them that you buy stolen property, but there's nothing that can be done about that. You know what I mean? Even if you bought it unknowingly, that's one of those things that just sucks.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
we have to at least have the hope that you get, like, when everybody knows something's stolen, that you can get it back. Like, if you know and prove, blah blah blah.
Yep.
So I would imagine this one could go to court because that all those transactions are on the blockchain. And obviously you would see that probably when it was stolen, there was no money transferred. And that would lend to it being stolen. Because that combined with him publicly making a show about it, it'd be a little harder if you're just a regular person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when you got a team of people that are already like, yeah, we've owned this for a while. And we've been working on it.
Sell it?
Why would we give it away? Because that's what you have to overcome, that you didn't sell it or sell it for very low, right?
Yep.
Because you got to prove it was stolen, because the person that stole it would just be like, no, he gave it to me. And there's really not much, there's no, you know, nothing other than a couple clicks of a button to give it to somebody. You put it in the note, giving $200,000, because I think he paid like this much too for it. Seth Green did. He paid a lot for his Bored Ape. But cool concept. And that's how it helps, but it also maybe hurts. Ownership. No, I think it still is going to help in this case. Buyer rights. Yeah, it says they don't have any precedents for stolen. Just bought. Just buyer's rights, but it'll be interesting. Anything else?
I just was looking at that last sentence. It says, the license states the holder of the NFT owns the rights, and the current holder is not Seth Green. So.
Yeah, that's why he can't run the show, because of that problem. Fun times.
Yeah. Yikes.
All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
We'll cover coming up. We'll have next week. We'll talk about art. Some companies maybe you should know that are doing blockchain. Just scroll real quick to see. Yeah, it's all like music and okay, cool. And then we will get into agriculture.
Ooh.
Blockchain for agriculture. And then how can blockchain help the environment? Not hurt it.
That sounds good.
Yep. So got a lot more good stuff, and continue to talk about fun projects. All right, you got anything else?
Nope.
We'll be here on Saturday with skydiving salamanders.
All right.
Crazy.
I have a picture to draw. That sounds like a fun one.
I was just thinking an air raid of like salamanders.
Yep.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye, pretenders. Yeah, see, now we got a name for everyone. The pretenders.
Pretenders.
Bye, pretenders.